Finding a real estate agent online may be convenient, but some referrals come with fees you may never see. Tonight, how those fees work and what to ask before choosing an agent. Summer jobs can teach teens more than how to earn a paycheck. Next, how to help them pick the right gig, save what they make, and build good money habits. And are new cars out of reach for most consumers these days? It's not just the price of the vehicle itself that's keeping people from getting behind the wheel of something new. Welcome to the Watchdog, where we protect consumers, share warnings and alerts, and help you save money. I'm Jen Pachano. We begin with a close call for a Westlake woman who nearly gave away $18,000 in cash to a scammer, but she was spared thanks to an observant employee at a gas station. Westlake police were called to the Marathon on Center Ridge Road after a clerk there said an elderly woman was stopped by employees as she attempted to put $18,000 in cash into a crypto ATM there. Police assisted the woman in returning to the bank to put that money back safely. The PNC branch then issued her a new bank account number, and some numbers were deleted from her phone. Auto dealers have a math problem. Ballooning prices are keeping potential buyers off their lots. CBS's Carter Evans in Los Angeles explains.
America's cars are aging. The average vehicle on the road is now 13 years old, a record high, as sticker shock keeps many potential buyers out of the market.
I think for me, a new car is kind of off the table. Maybe more in the future, a new car can be kind of like an aspirational purchase.
The average price of a new car is now close to $50,000, and industry analysts say it's caused about 1 million new car buyers to drop out of the market since 2020. But dealers say it's not just car prices holding people back.
With those other factors, insurance and interest rates, is going to continue to weigh on the affordability factor for customers.
Brian Benstock, general manager of Paragon Honda in New York City, says inflation and rising gas prices are all adding pressure.
There's a lot more receptivity to used cars than there ever was in the past.
But used car prices are also approaching record highs, averaging almost $32,000 for a 3-year-old vehicle. So dealers are coming up with creative financing.
We have a number of former loaner cars that we offer on lease.
Automakers are still showing strong profits despite lower sales. Why is that?
Although they are selling at lower volume, they are selling larger vehicles, more expensive vehicles, vehicles with more equipment, and that leads to higher margins, which ultimately leads to more profitability.
What happens next really depends on automakers. Will they start building more cars that Americans can actually afford, or will they keep chasing bigger profits from more expensive vehicles like SUVs? Carter Evans, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Teen summer job season is here, and the best seasonal opportunities can fill up quickly. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa looks at what parents should discuss with their teens before they apply.
Summer jobs are a rite of passage. It's your first real paycheck and your first lesson in how hard it is to earn one. John Kiernan, the managing editor at the personal finance company Wallet Hub, says before your teens apply, they need to make a plan and know their goals. He says you don't necessarily just want to run out and get the first job that'll hire you.
In some cases, maybe you just want to get as much spending money as possible, and so you kind of plan accordingly. But in other cases, maybe you want to do something that'll give you some career applicable skills that you can kind of build up, or things that you can transfer into your career. Maybe you want to go for an internship that doesn't really pay anything versus something that gives you some money.
Kiernan says the other key is once that money starts coming in, have a place to put it. A bank account can help keep earnings from disappearing immediately.
Another thing you can look into is to get a good starter credit card if you're 18. And if you're not 18, you can become an authorized user on a parent's account. This will help you make it convenient to spend the money that you earned, some of it, and it'll also help you build credit for the future.
Kiernan says parents can also help instill lessons on how to save. Maybe you make a deal to match any money your kids save up over the summer. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
As rising prices continue to hit Americans at the grocery store, some produce businesses say tomatoes are among the hardest hit items. Now, shortages, tariffs, and higher transportation costs are all driving prices up, and small businesses are feeling the squeeze. Michaela Castillo reports from Phoenix.
I've never seen it in 25 years in the history of the produce business.
It's been a tough go-around for Tony Wacko, owner of local produce company Scottsdale Specialty. Wacko says this year has been extra difficult when it comes to prices.
Just everything across the board has just gone up. You know, it's just we got hit pretty hard this year in the produce business.
Whether it's fruit or vegetables, Wacko says within the last year, the cost to import these products has been outrageous, especially the tomatoes.
Tomatoes used to be $15 a case for Roma tomatoes. They're now $60 to $70 a case. Rounds, 4x5s, those used to be $20 a case. Now those are $90 a case.
Wacko says a lot of his tomatoes come from Mexico and Florida. And this year, both those locations have been hit hard.
What happened was there was a freeze down in Florida 2 months ago. And then the transition from winter crop to spring crop, that's what affected the shortage and the prices of tomatoes and everything jumping.
The red fruit is facing a barrage of hits, including the rising price of diesel caused by energy shocks from the war in Iran and tariffs on imports from Mexico, now 17%.
It's hard for, some of the small businesses we deal with. They can't raise their prices. If tomatoes are $80 and, the tacos are $3 a taco, they cannot raise their pricing.
In Phoenix, Michaela Castillo, CBS News.
Buying or selling a home often starts with finding the right real estate agent. But a new consumer report is raising questions about some online referral services and the fees that agents may pay when they get a client through those platforms. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Carice Jackman explains how those fees work, what one major company is saying in response, and what consumers may want to ask before choosing an agent.
Many home buyers and sellers start their search for an agent with a referral. Sometimes that comes from a friend, relative, or coworker. Other times it may come through an online platform or matching service. But Stephen Brobeck, a senior fellow with the Consumer Policy Center, says consumers may not realize there may be a business arrangement behind some of those referrals. A new report from the Consumer Policy Center looks at real estate referral fees, which are fees an agent may pay to a website, matching service, or another broker for sending them a buyer or seller. Brobeck says those fees can take a large cut of the agent's commission.
Eventually, the buyer will have to pay that 30 to 40% fee, which means that for certain, they will not be able to negotiate a commission that's lower than the 3%.
That's the report's argument. The fee doesn't usually show up as a separate bill to the buyer, but Brobeck says it can still affect what consumers pay if it makes commissions harder to negotiate. We reached out to major referral fee services for comment. Zillow responded, saying in part that the report has little to no evidence for its claims. The company said the report is right to point to Zillow's emphasis on connecting potential homebuyers with high-performing agents and to the benefits these referrals can provide to agents. So what should consumers consider doing before choosing an agent? Brobeck says don't rely only on one platform or one referral. Compare options and ask questions.
Much more effective is to do their own search, to look at local agents, talk to friends, relatives, business associates for referrals, and then do your own research, interviewing at least 2 or 3 agents before you make your selection.
With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Carice Jackman.
Coming up on the Watchdog, we dig into trending tech scams being reported by local consumers turned victims. Welcome back to the Watchdog. I'm Jen Pachano. So right now we're going to dive into the Ask the Scam Squad portion of our show, and this is where we bring in a member of the Cuyahoga County Scam Squad. They are out to protect you. They're out to help you with reporting scams that are coming in to their office. So with us today is Pamela Anson from the Better Business Bureau of Cleveland. Pam, tell me about this Microsoft tech scam that was reported to the BBB.
Yeah, this is a scam that's honestly old as time, I feel like, but we keep getting them in. This person got...
Same song, different verse, if you will.
Yes.
It's an old song.
Yes. This person got an email pretending to be from Microsoft BI.
Okay.
It had the Microsoft logo on the email. It looked very legitimate. And it was trying to get them to renew their subscription for Microsoft. So for $700, they could just renew if there was a problem. Click the link in the email or contact their customer support, and they had listed the customer number on there.
Okay. So did this person pay that money?
Luckily, this person did not, and they reported it to us.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which is
Okay.
great. But it just shows you that we've been hearing about this kind of scam for a long time, and people are still getting targeted by it. And
what kind of, how would you categorize this kind of scam? Like a tech scam is kind of a broad brush to paint it with, but
yeah, it is a tech. It's a tech support scam or
tech support. Like that's more. I think that's more like will ring bells with people in terms of like you get a message or you get a phone call saying, "Hey, your computer's been locked or it's been hacked, and you need our help to access it or to something like that." That's kind of what's happened.
Yeah, but this scam can also target businesses.
Yeah,
I get emails like this all the time saying that I have, something to be renewed. And when you're a busy business owner and you're maybe not in charge of all the bills, that you have an accountant or a bookkeeper to help you with it, you might not be paying attention and might click on a link to pay that.
Yeah, and you could easily make a mistake like that.
Yeah.
Because how good are these, I mean, it's not exactly an imposter scam. It's still a tech support scam. But how good are these outreaches by scammers with this kind of thing?
They can be so good. I mean, that's the point. Who doesn't know what Microsoft is? I mean, most people know that company. It's so famous, so you're more likely to pay attention to it.
It's ingrained in our everyday
Yes.
lives.
And it looks so real. It has the legitimate logo that Microsoft actually uses. It looks real, and it comes from an email that might not be Microsoft, but has Microsoft in the name and looks legitimate enough.
Yeah.
So it'll come through with your email saying, Microsoft billing. And it looks very real.
Right. A lot of times urgency is used too.
Oh, yes.
And really making people feel desperate, like, wait, I need access to my computer. I need access to my whatever accounts it is. So how does urgency play into the playbook of these scammers with tech scams?
Always. If you think you're going to lose access to a subscription or there's something big happening, urgency is a big red flag.
Yeah.
I always say, if someone wants your money today, they're going to want it tomorrow, and they should give you time to look into it.
Right.
And
That's
do your
fair.
research.
Yeah, that's fair. So so this person did not fall for it, thank goodness.
Correct, yes.
Is this something you had seen trending in any way, or?
We see this scam gets reported to us all the time.
Yeah.
This went across my desk last week, honestly, where there was something very similar, Norton, saying that I needed to renew our Norton.
Yeah, that's a security,
antivirus.
right?
Yes.
Antivirus.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, you don't want to be vulnerable to viruses. Kind of ironic, right? If they, right?
Very.
Yes. So you don't want to be vulnerable. So you in a desperate moment or being a busy person, you might fall for that.
Someone should always give you time to do your research. That's really important.
So speaking of time, how much time does it really take to report? I mean, we all get solicited, targeted by scammers, let's say daily, probably at this point. What kind of time and investment should people really make to report these things, and how does it help?
I think it helps us figure out what scams are out there. If there's any new trends, I think we were talking earlier that I've seen the BBB's been around for 100 years, and we've seen some of the same scams just in different varieties for over 100 years.
Because they work.
Because they
work.
And clearly they work if people are still here doing them.
Yeah.
So I think it takes 5 minutes, if that, to report a scam to us or to another agency, and it helps really see what's happening in our communities. We can talk with the media about it. We can report these scams to other, law enforcement agencies. Yeah. It really helps us spread the words, and we don't know what we don't know. And
unless you speak up.
Unless you speak up.
All right. Thank you so much, Pam.
Thank you.
Are you worried about having enough money for retirement? You're not alone. I'm Jill Schlesinger with a look at how confident we're feeling about the future and how well we're saving today.
Many people look forward to the day they can finally retire, but increasingly that comes with anxiety about not having enough money to pay the bills and live comfortably. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger breaks down how Americans are feeling and how much they're saving.
There's good news and bad news on the state of retirement. Americans are saving more, but anxious about their ability to put away enough for the future. In its annual survey, the Employee Benefit Research Institute found that workers' confidence in having enough money to live comfortably in retirement fell for those who are still working and also for retirees. While both groups are stressed about inflation, retirees are also worried about potential policy changes to Medicare and Social Security. But here's the good news. Despite those feelings, people are actually saving more for retirement. A new report from Fidelity shows both 401k and 403b total savings rates hit record levels in the first quarter, and IRA contributions surged 29% year over year. The total savings rate, that's your contributions plus an employer's match, reached 14.4%, just shy of the recommended 15% target. So is this another case of feeling bad but doing well? Maybe for some, but there are warning signs. The share of workers with an outstanding 401k loan climbed to 19.2%. 2.5% of participants are making hardship withdrawals. Those numbers are not worrisome yet, but indicate some people are in financial distress. As a reminder, tapping retirement assets should be a last resort. In New York, I'm Jill Schlesinger.
Time for our recall roundup now. Some adult bike helmets recently sold on Amazon are being recalled because of a serious risk of injury or death. Guduk adult bike helmets violate the mandatory safety standards for bicycle helmets. They can fail to protect the user in the event of a crash. So consumers should stop using these helmets immediately and contact Guduk Outdoor Sports for a full refund. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. And Target is voluntarily recalling some of their Up and Up baby wipes due to potential contamination. So the recalled wipes include Up and Up fragrance-free baby wipes in 20, 72, 216, 800 and 1200 count packages, as well as Up and Up fresh cucumber scented baby wipes. So the FDA says the company received complaints about the wipes getting discolored, and testing found some product samples contain the presence of a naturally occurring bacteria that actually can cause illness and poses a higher risk to children. That's it for this episode of The Watchdog here on 19 News Plus. Every week we bring the latest scam alerts, fraud reports, recalls, and trending consumer news each Wednesday at 6:30. Now, if you want to watch some previous Scam Squad stories, you can always find those on cleveland19.com under the News tab. I'm Jen Pachano. Thanks, everybody, for watching.